Was there an age when you felt you had to make the announcement just in case there was any doubt?
Well, all I can say is that there's a lot of footage of me as a small child wearing an apron that I called my put-it-on, dancing around, and my dad in the background with a scotch kind of going.
But I thought he'd written this song, kind of a
sweet.
sarcastic song,
Yeah.
saying, you know, he's anything but because he's a gay fella. But no, it was when you were a baby he wrote this song about you, I guess.
Yes, he wrote it. It's called Rufus is a Tit Man. It's a great song. And actually, I think it's one of the most beautiful visions. He got a lot of flack at the time because in the song, I'm breastfeeding from my mother, presumably, and then he gets kind of jealous, and so he takes one tit and he breastfeeds one, and I breastfeed the other, and it's this kind of, and all these feminists got really pissed off about it. They thought it was derogatory and so forth. But I think that actually it's one of the most beautiful visions: a father and his son both sucking the tit like Romulus and Remus. It's beautiful.
People aren't quite sure what to make of that. I'm all for it myself.
You should try it.
What do you mean, should try it? I have to.
Okay. I haven't.
There's a surprise. Well, you did when you were little, of course.
Yeah,
There you go.
There's a great, actually, anecdote where there was a little film made about me, and they were interviewing my mother, and they're saying, "Oh, so you know, you sing with your son and your ex-husband and all this stuff and your daughter," and then she said, "We weren't exactly like the Von Trapp family or anything." And then the next shot is me going, "We were basically the Von Trapp family."
Well, speaking of the Von Trapp family,
yes.
I see that on the back cover of your new album, there's a photograph of you wearing, of all things, lederhosen.
Yeah. I'm wearing lederhosen.
Now, I have a fascination with lederhosen.
You do?
Yes. Well, there you are in the lederhosen. Are they Swiss or German lederhosen?
They're Austrian.
They're Austrian lederhosen.
Yeah, which is the real lederhosen.
You purchased them in
Austria?
Austria?
The real lederhosen is Austrian. Oh. Don't forget it.
Do you like to wear the lederhosen?
Well, I like wearing them very much because it makes me look 10. And you know what I did learn about lederhosen?
What did you learn about lederhosen?
Apparently, when you buy or when you have them made, you never buy lederhosen. You have to have them.
So you wouldn't get them off the peg?
No.
Bespoke lederhosen.
With spoken?
I
don't speak German.
I'm speaking English. Bespoke, like bespoke, tailored for you. Bespoke.
Oh, that was very good. I don't speak English either. No, but apparently when you have them made, you immediately when you get them, you have to take a shit in them, and never wash it, so that they are definitely yours. So it's just like your territory.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's a lot of lederhosen thieving that goes on.
Really?
It's not a big crime that
they
people
go for a lot of money. They
sure
take a year to make. And 1 second to make your own.
Can I ask you something?
What?
I am kicking myself. I'm an idiot, and not for all the reasons that you already know. Because I had tickets to go and see Rufus. He was doing some gigs here in London, sold-out gigs. They were in February, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I forgot to go. What was the nature of the concert? Because it wasn't you doing your material. This was such a wild idea.
This was this was an evening of Judy Garland, where I interpreted Judy Garland's famous 1961 Carnegie Hall concert, which I believe she did at the Palladium as
This is the concert, yes, she came over here, and that was the concert everyone said was the definitive Judy Garland concert.
Yeah, it was her resurrection after Hollywood rejection.
And after years of grief.
She came here, kind of like me.
And there she is, the beautiful Judy Garland, of course.
Yeah.
And you do all the songs she did at that concert.
Yeah, I did them all. There's 33 of them, and I did them all.
And despite the fact that I'm a straight man, I'm a huge Judy Garland fan.
Yes,
and I know that's quite unusual these days. But I know how wonderful that concert is, and I know what I would have thought, what a challenge that would be for a performer to go out and try and do that, and yet you pulled it off. Everyone loved that show.
I really loved it. And
you performed it in America Wedding,
I did it at Carnegie Hall. We recorded it, and it's coming out in September, and I'm doing it again at the Hollywood Bowl.
You know, we have a clip of you before you that I want to tell you why I forgot, because it was a Sunday night you're performing, and I was looking forward to going, had a ticket, and you know why I forgot to go?
Why?
Because Sunday night, my big treat, and I'm not making this up, is the Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, Lord.
And it was a really good episode, and I was so pleased by it, and I just forgot I was doing anything out, and went out for a little stroll, and relived many of the moments, and the fine discoveries that Michael Aspel and his team had made that Sunday, and forgot I had 2 tickets for you until about Tuesday.
Oh, my God.
What an idiot am I?
That's pretty bad.
Do you watch the Antiques Roadshow?
I do, yeah, we have it. And you know what's funny is that it's always better in America because everything is about half the price. In England, they'll be like, oh, here's a little thimble that belonged to my great-grandmother, and they'd be like, 50,000 pounds, you know? All of a sudden, whereas in America, they're like, this is a huge painting of the American West, that my grandfather, had in his living room and, died, getting in there. And they'll be like, it's $5. Like,
I've got a great idea. Why don't we do a Lederhosen special at Antiques Roadshow?
Okay.
See how much they value them pants of yours.
See how much they smell.
Okay, no.
How much does that smell?
Here's a look at Rufus, and this is not out, this is going to be out later in the year, but this is when he performed the Judy Garland, I suppose it was sort of a tribute concert, or it was a reinterpretation of that concert by you?
Yes.
This was San Francisco. Have a look at this.
San Francisco, here comes your wandering one saying I wander no more. Other places only make me love you best. Say that you're the one in all the golden west. San Francisco, I'm coming home again. Never to roam again. Never to roam again.
I'm kicking myself, because that looks like a great concert.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And I love those kind of songs. They don't tend to write songs like that so much anymore, do they?
No, they don't.
Kind of what is that, big torch song? That's what you call it, I guess?
Yeah, to torch yourself
Now-
and then leave the room.
Rufus, you write much of your own material. I know the album, I think the current album is all self-penned songs.
Yeah,
isn't
it's all. I wrote all the entire album.
I believe that you're about to write an opera, is this correct?
Yeah, no, I'm currently writing one, and it's going to be a few years before it's finished.
Are you a fan of operas yourself?
I'm a big opera fan.
Okay,
yeah,
what's the last good opera you saw?
The last good opera I saw was Die Meistersinger von Nuremberg.
Is that by Wagner?
That's by Wagner, yeah.
And that's a long one, isn't it? How long
It's very long, yeah. It's about 6 or 7 hours long.
I'll be honest with you, I can't think of anything I would want to sit still for 6 hours.
Yeah, no, well, I can think of a couple of things.
No. But not for 6 hours, Rufus.
6 hours? Well, I've done it, so.
But some operas are lovely. Do you know that bit from the Tales of Hoffmann goes,
Yeah, that's pretty.
La 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 la
La la la la la la la la la la la God, you could tell.
Take that, Schofield! Rufus, I was a fan of yours before you came on the show. I'm a bigger fan now. Thank you so much for coming.
So much.
I hope I get to see you live at some
Yes,
stage. And
you will.
Antiques Roadshow doesn't get in the way. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rufus Wainwright. Thank you, Rufus. That was great.
Okay,
so much. Hey, good luck and take it easy.
Okay,
Good success coming your way. Mr. Rufus Wainwright, ladies and gentlemen. And a splendid outfit. I love the jacket.
It's very
Okay, now in preparation for the Bay